What's up, Mad Nation, Jag Nation? I've been gone for a minute. Right now, I'm currently in New Orleans. Got a little debt out here, work related and stuff. So I haven't been on the mat like I should have been, but the internet here just sucks. That's why I'm pretty much this stream right now. I'm just recording it on my computer and I just upload it on YouTube. So pretty much all I'm gonna do in this one is just go over my depth charts for the Jaguars, so y'all can see what I run. Not saying you gotta do it, but it's just what I do to help me be somewhat a little bit successful in the game. You still struggle, trust me. You know, with the Jags, there's never going to be a game that you don't struggle in, but you know, it is what it is. If you choose to play with them, then that's just who you go with. Then that's just what you got to deal with. But I'm just going to try to make it, I guess you could say, a little bit more enjoyable for y'all, you know, so you're not struggling as much. But, you know, until we get a better quarterback, or hopefully, you know, Gabbert raise his level of play this year, it's still gonna be struggling. And I'll go over that stuff when I'm actually in the depth charts and stuff, so y'all can see what I do, you know. And like I say, you don't have to do it, but I say it's just what works for me. And I know everybody play a little bit different. I'm gonna give a shout out to a couple people, you know, Monster Chapter always, you know, he be putting out some good info on there, you know. A lot of people charge for the stuff that he be putting out, and you know, it's a lot of stuff that I already knew because I've been playing Madden for a minute now, since the first one. But he still put out some stuff, and I learned a lot of stuff just by watching his stuff. Mav, you know, he been UA for a minute, but you know, he having his little family not issues, but you know, little trials and errors, you know. So tell the missus, you know, good luck, y'all. You know, just the best of luck to y'all, and can't wait to see you back on this thing. God, who else? Oh, it's starting. All right. Forrest Gump, I know his brother, you know, is going through the chemo. Tell little homie, good luck, you know, he'll pull through it. Just be strong. Shit, I'm just blank right now. Just pretty much anybody that follow me, you know, they should be rolling out pretty soon. I'll be going home this week, Thursday. I have pretty good internet connection, so it'll be a lot more uploads and stuff. I actually got a lot of games that I actually captured. I just got to like go in there and edit them. I'm being lazy. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Can't say that I didn't have the time, because right now we're just chilling here. Yeah, we're in the rosters right now. I'm gonna go ahead and auto reorder, and then I'll just go through like every position what I do. And right now, really, your best option at quarterback is Blaine Gabbert. And you look at, he is the fastest quarterback up, but usually I'll go to awareness. Really don't matter, because you pretty much controlling the quarterback anyway. But if you go to like throwing power, you see Chad Henry is like a 93, but he's a 89. But short throw accuracy, he's 83. The best you're gonna get in short throw is actually Wilson. And then medium, he's 72. Chad's like one tick higher, and then DP's a 69. And throwing on the run, he's 77. Play action 66. You know, and I look at all that stuff, taking consideration. You want somebody that's a little bit mobile, so when stuff breaks down, you can actually get out. Even though I don't scramble a lot, I'll take a sack sometimes. You know, sometimes that's your best option. One thing I did find out though is most of your games at home, Gabbert actually plays the best. On the road games, he'll play the best. If they're struggling, I usually like set it where like if Gabbert throw like 2 picks, I pull them. You know, and sometimes, you know, his picks just, that's my fault, but if it's just like those wild throws and it's crazy, I'll pull them. And some people are scared to go deep to those second or those third and fourth quarterbacks, but I'll actually put Wilson in, and I've had where he came in and lights out, looked like he was Tom Brady on the field. Running backs, Barton, you know, Maurice Jones-Drew, he hold it down. We keep him in there. But one thing I do, I go deep in my running backs, and I go to Todman, and I'll bring him up. And I'll show you why in a second. And one thing in Madden is speed. If you don't know that by now, then you probably haven't been playing that long. Speed kills. I put Todman in there because he is, you know, Maurice Jones-Drew is a 94 overall. Todman is a 94 overall. Even though he's, I'm sorry, not 94 overall. I'm talking about speed rating. But overall, he's only a 62. But you cannot replace that speed, you know. And acceleration, he's pretty much up there. Yeah, awareness sucks, but you know, he's the reason he's in that position is for his speed. Then third, of course, you got Montreal Owens. He actually held it down last year and toting the rock while Jones-Drew was out, and he's actually pretty good. You put him in there. The only thing that you'll be lacking when you put him in there is the speed. But he's actually a tough runner, you know, down in the goal line or whatever. If Jones-Drew's not in there, then yeah, I go with him down close to the goal line. Fullback, you got Greg Jones. How they reordered it right here, they got the tight ends in there, but if you know the Jaguars, you probably don't. A lot of people don't, unless you're actually really a diehard fan. But Montreal Owens, he's actually the backup fullback that we've had there for a while now. So I usually just move him up, and you see he's 81 overall in there. Sometimes I'll actually put him in at fullback because he's probably a better option, like passing out of the backfield and as far as speed wise. But his run blocking is pretty much up there with Greg Jones. If I can get to it, I wish you could just like move this stuff out of here. You know, see, run blocking is 74 overall, and footwork is 60. Pass blocking 60, 50. You know, it's like right there with Greg Jones, so I keep him in. Wide receivers, that top two, I keep it like that. Short Blackman, Laurent Robinson, I actually move him to the 4th position, even though Shipley's like slower than him, and I'll show you that later, you know. But I put him in the 4th position pretty much because one of the formations that I run, it'll default him in a slot position where I like my fast receiver. Price is actually the fastest receiver we got on the team. His only problem is he drops balls. You know, he'll make like a spectacular catch one minute, and then he'll drop a wide open streak where nobody's around him. So that's just something you got to deal with. But that's my little lineup. I go with the receiver. And Shipley's actually his awareness is actually pretty good, where he'll catch those balls. We got you like pass lead or whatever, they react to him better. And like I say, if I put Price there, no. Robinson, he's actually pretty good, but like I said, one of the formations that I run, I like him being in that position. Even though you can go in and change the guys around and in the formation itself, but it just takes a little bit longer. At tight ends, I used to. I don't like Reisner there. He's 68. I come down here and I put Stan back there. So I used to run stand back at my second at tight end, and you can do that too. If you plan on throwing a lot to the tight ends, then he's probably the better option because he used to be a wide receiver, and he's actually moved to tight end now. And you see he's the fastest overall. He's got 88 speed. I think he's got the best hands too. You can go check it out so you see. Here catching, yeah. Well, actually, Mercedes is better, but he's better than Zach Potter. But the only reason why I leave Zach Potter in there because the run game. He's a better pass blocker and run blocker, you know. And the only thing is he's just dirt slow. But a couple of the routes that I run, he'll get open and it seems like he's fast until somebody's running him down. You got those big old defensive tackles running him down, then. There ain't really much you could do. Tackle, I just leave there. Eugene Monroe, he's actually your best option there. Guard, I don't keep Spitz there. I'll go put I'm my left guard. Put Britton in there. Spitz, he's actually pretty good backup, but I run with Britton in there because strength. But their pass blocking and run blocking is pretty close. He's gonna be the center at least for now. Right guard. Uchi Nwere, however you say it, he's like the best option there. And then right tackle, this right here, these guys are so close with their pass blocking, run blocking, everything. Guy Wimper, he's actually stronger, but I stay with Bradfield. it really is like potato. I think Bradfield's a better run blocker and Wimper's a better pass blocker. Let me go check it out real quick. I'm trying to keep this kind of short. All right, here we go. Run block strength, Guy Wimper's actually better. And then same thing with footwork, and then pass blocking. Bradfield's better. Impact blocking, Bradfield. But I stick with Bradfield on it, you know, and really it is what you want to do at that position. But I think I went with the passing because this is a passing game. All right, at left end got Justin Babin. Lane, he's very good as a backup, you know, so I keep him there. And then third down, I take Branch out of that, and I'll show you why in a second. And I go put Chick there. And the reason I put Chick there, he's just as fast, but his block shedding is actually pretty good. So when he would, it's rare he'll get in there, but when he do, then he'll you know, get off that ball and won't get held up too much. At the right end, I go with Branch there. Simple fact, speed. You know, 81 speed coming off that end, you can't beat it. You know, I keep Lane as a backup there too, so he's backing up on both sides, and he's a pretty good option on both sides. And I'll keep Mincy as the third guy there. Defensive tackle, Terrence Knight, keep him there. Ollie Wallen, keep him there. I bring Pendleton up. He's a rookie, but his block shedding is pretty good. And then I'll bring Jeremy Mincy as my fourth guy. There we go. So that's my lineup right there for my tackles. The left outside linebacker. Right here, this is where it gets kind of weird, and just work with me. If you see Smith, he's like 91 overall. Yeah, he is the best option there. But like I said, going with the history of the Jaguars, Smith was actually a middle linebacker when he first came in, and he's moved around. And so I like to put him back at the middle linebacker because he's the best linebacker we got on the field. So I'll take him out, and I go, believe it or not, down in the depth chart, go with Stanford. And he's a rookie, but he's pretty fast. And then across the board, I go with Russell Allen as my backup because he's the best fourth linebacker in the game. So not in the game, but on the Jaguars squad. So I go with Stanford at the left, and then I got Allen backing him up. For the middle, you got Paul Plesnowski in there, but I go with Smith, like I said. I'll put him there. And then you got Greg Jones, Bosworth, Marshall. Marshall's actually pretty good too. He's got some speed on him. But like I said, I go with Allen. He's my backup at every position. So we move him up. And I start like that because I try to keep the guys in order as far as depth chart. When I bring them in, I go 4, 3, 2. You know, keep like that. Keep Greg Jones there. Bosworth. He's actually a decent hitter, but I'll put Marshall there. You know, if you go that far in your depth chart, then you hurt me anyway. All right, and then at the right outside linebacker, I go ahead and put Paul Plesnowski there. He's like butt slow, but you know his awareness and everything makes up for it. And then of course you got Allen backing him up out there. And then here is where I put Marshall, the other rookie. You know, and that's just speed at that if we get to that point. But awareness for these two are actually pretty good. Like I say, he'll get under some passes and make stuff happen, and he reads those runs pretty good. All right, at the corner, this is like fun. So we got Mathis, we keep him there. Cox, we keep him there. Ross, we keep him there. Middleton and Harris, those two usually I'll switch them. And what it is Harris is actually pretty good awareness. If you can see, his agility is pretty good. I lied, his awareness not that good, but his I think his play recognition is what he's a little bit better. I think he's a better tackler too.